put that back to the beginning, so I'll have it. Wait a minute.
Hello. Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations of Business and Podcast. This only one of the only this only this is going to be one of the time. Only one of the heads is going to be one of the heads is going to be frontline this. Regardless, as they say the show must go on. Of course, we're talking movies and TV, and when I specify when next week, I mean, I didn't exactly specify when next week when I was talking last week. But regardless, it's now time for us to get back to some classic episodes, starting with the season 4 premiere.
The season 4 premiere, or Princess Twilight Sparkle. I think it's done better with it, with the program I was using. So yeah, season 4 premiere. Initial thoughts, it's like, it's not bad. I mean, in hindsight, who was truly behind it was obvious. It's like, yeah. So,
well, it definitely addressed a lot of questions we had from the preceding. Well, it definitely addressed a lot of questions we had from the preceding season.
Okay, I think there's something wrong with my audio. Well, not my audio, but I can't hear you speaking on Discord. And let me check the sound settings. That's set. Okay. Huh. Let me try something. I'm going to leave the call and come back. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay. Okay, let me Okay, exited out of that program I was using. Does that fix? I heard a click. Say something so if I can see if the
Seems we're having a bit.
Yeah, I can hear you again.
Sorry, folks. A bit of technical difficulties. Sorry, folks. A bit of technical difficulties. But yes.
Yeah, like I said before, I've been tinkering around with a new program to kind of fix up my audio quality. It seems to be having some unexpected side effects. Yeah, so right, Princess Twilight Sparkle. So, shall I start going through the episode scene by scene? As per, standard?
Shall we?
So, the episode starts out with Twilight getting used to her new wings. Yeah, she actually has to learn how to use the, though admittedly, a few, like 4 seasons later, Spike got the hang of his wings quite easily. So, yeah, the Summer Sun celebration is coming up, and Twilight has to prepare for her part in it, because she's a princess now, and it's I gave you to the end of the episode. Her part wasn't all that important for the celebration, but yeah. So learning how to fly, she does not do all that well, and in fact, face plants into the dirt.
Crash landing is still waiting. Mission accomplished.
True. But yeah, it's like Twilight's feeling a bit bummed out because she has to be in Candlelit for the main celebration. Meanwhile, the rest of the main 6 are going to be in Ponyville doing their part for the local celebration. And it was during the last Summer Sun celebration that they all came together for the first time. And that's actually the important marker as the first sign that a full year has actually passed in universe. Be grateful for that because that's the last clear timeline point you're ever gonna get. It's at this point in the series, it's okay, generally speaking, okay, 1 year for every set of Halloween and Christmas episodes. Not counting the special, since that takes place during the same one as season 8. But yeah. But Applejack chimes in I think it's Applejack. Point is don't worry, even though we're apart, the elements of harmony are what brought us together and what keep us together and stuff. And so wow, I paused at a weird scene transition. It's wow, glitchy. Anyway, so off they go back to Ponyville. So, yeah, Twilight does what Twilight does, and consults the checklist. Because it wouldn't be Twilight Sparkle without a checklist. So yeah, Celestia comes in, and she's quite happy because for the first time in many years, she can actually look forward to the Summer Sun celebration as, well, long story short, used to be Summer Sun celebration, the day to celebrate the banishment of Nightmare Moon. But now Luna's back, so yay!
She doesn't have to be alone this time.
Yeah. So after consulting the checklist one more time, they go to bed. Twilight and Spike decide to go to bed. Meanwhile, elsewhere, a scream calls out into the night and is silenced. Twilight wakes up and let's say it's about 12 o'clock a.m. p.m. Yeah, so the time's a bit wonky as both the sun and the moon are in the sky. And has like not quite a great effect, but it kind of I lost words. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, Twilight goes outside and is surrounded by people of the ponies of Counterlot wondering what the hell is going on. Because she's a princess, clearly she must know what's going on. Thankfully for her, the royal guards come and grab her and bring her inside because she finds out that Celestia and Luna are missing. So much like any other time, there's a crisis and stuff needs to happen. Yes, I went there. Fight me about it. Okay, to give Celestia credit, she was there for Chrysalis. I'll give her that one. But let's face it, the princess's track records are not that great. So yeah, Twilight's panicking, Spike's panicking, everyone is panicking. And the guards ask for orders, because right, Cadence was her name. Since Cadence is, taking care of the Crystal Empire, Twilight is the next pony in the line of succession and stuff. Basically, Twilight is in charge. And yeah, she does not know how to feel about this, but she quickly gets her act together, tells the guards to keep searching, and let her know if anything else happens. So, yeah, she's taking charge. Yeah. But she soon gets more news from Ponyville that the Everfree Forest is invading. And let's see now. I'm trying to. God. Sorry, heartburn. I'm trying to think. Past, this point, has the Everfree Forest really ever factored into anything ever again? I'm trying to think. It's like, yeah, visiting the old castle, but that doesn't really count since it's like location in the forest as opposed to the forest itself. So like, yeah, this episode marks the last point of importance for the Everfree Forest, as far as I can remember. So yeah, the forest is invading. That is not good. The first of the main six to realize this is Fluttershy, because all of her animal friends are crowded into her house, worried, and yeah, she looks out her window and black vines are everywhere. Next up on the apple farm, the apple family is taking care of more vines with little success. I did like the bit with Big Mac. Yep, tries to go for the vine. It ducks out of the way. Nope.
Yeah, that was clever.
Yep. And with Rainbow Dash, black spiky clouds that shoot lightning everywhere. Yeah, fun times for no one. Over with Rarity, yeah, her magic has got a bit wonky. And it's at that point where, in hindsight, it's like you could totally tell all that. Yeah, this has Discord written all over it, because that's the kind of stuff he would pull. You know. And yeah, it's like Rarity's magic is going off. Sweet Bell's magic is acting up. It's like, and Opalescence gets a bit soaked with coffee or tea. Yeah, tea. Definitely tea. That's a teacup. Yeah. But yeah, the ponies of Ponyville are being terrorized by the black clouds and the black vines, and everything has spikes on it. It's like super edgy and 90s. You know, I just thought of that, like black and edgy. That is totally a 90s thing. But yeah, it's like, so Twilight has to get to Ponyville, and Spike reminds her, besides the train, there is one other way. You have wings. Use them. Spike will soon regret those words. So yeah, Twilight gets to Ponyville and Crash teleports into the library.
You called out the rescuer's moment. Sure wish we'd taken the train.
Yep. Also, apparently, Twilight has a seatbelt. We should not question where he found that. So yeah. So yeah, they get the elements of harmony. They go outside, and apparently Celestia gave Twilight a spell to summon Discord, which actually uses the elements of harmony. So yeah. Excuse me, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take something for the heartburn, okay? Be right back in a moment.
Yeah. Well, at this point, we basically found there's not much of a change to Twilight's character with the new responsibilities and whatnot. She can actually handle the responsibilities surprisingly well.
Okay, sorry about that. So, the main six summon Discord, who's singing a nice rendition of Winter Wrap-Up in the shower. And, yeah, like, they totally think it's him. And they would be correct, but they don't know that yet.
I was going to say Mr. Plot Point when it came up.
Yeah, and Discord is just shocked and appalled that they would think that he was behind such an act because he is reformed. And no one is buying it. Okay, Fluttershy buys it. But yeah, that's the extent of any buying that's going on. And, yeah, Discord points them in the direction of Sakura. And, yeah, she conveniently has this potion that can only be really activated with alicorn magic that allows one to see what needs to be seen. And it's, yeah, they used the animation for the dark magic from the season 3 premiere. Interesting that.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like the bits of black and the purple bubbling, and it's like, huh. Apparently that's what alicorn magic looks like, everyone. So yeah, she turns the potion from purple to white and chugs it. Okay, not chugs it, she drinks some of it. And,
That was close.
yeah, she finds herself somewhere else, and she sees Luna. And is like, yeah, this is the point where she becomes Nightmare Moon. To be continued. Dun dun dun.
You gotta love how they keep the suspense.
Yep. So Celestia shows up, asking for her to stop this, and I'm sorry, Ponies the Anthology has completely ruined this scene for me. It's like we were watching through it earlier, and I could not help but hear Sean. It's like the scene is forever ruined for me now.
That explains it.
My giggling when we were watching?
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's just that bit was so funny. Okay, getting back on track. So yeah, Celestia chases Luna around and beam battles and stuff, and Celestia decides like she has no choice. She has to use the elements of harmony. And it's at this point that Twilight realizes she is in the past, and no one can actually hear her.
Shadows that once were.
Yep. So we see how Luna got banished to the moon. And apparently, the other part is on kind of scenes of her reactions, and apparently there was some crying or whatever. Yeah. So, Twilight decides, okay, drink a bit more. Well, it was suggested, but yeah, drinks a bit more so she can see further back. And we see Luna and Celestia's confrontation with Discord for the first time. Well, you know, the original confrontation.
In full
and shows...
in full animated form is what you were going for, I think?
Sure. Basically, back when Discord was turned to stone the first time.
Yes.
And like tossing seeds around. I'm sure those won't be important. And then... Excuse me. She flashes back even further to Luna and Celestia going to the Tree of Harmony to get the elements of harmony. It just so happens to have Twilight Sparkle's cutie mark in the center of it. I'm sure it's just a complete and total coincidence, though. It's totally unrelated. So yeah, Twilight finds out about the Tree of Harmony and that something must have gone wrong with it. And everybody else has no idea what she's talking about. So yeah, off they go towards into the Everfree Forest to find the Tree of Harmony. And yeah, it does not go well. Like, they encountered a crocodile, and Twilight forgets how wings work, and she has to be saved. She also forgets that she used to be a unicorn and has magic and actually has magic to use. And this, kids, is what we call the idiot ball. Okay, yeah, she is under a lot of stress, but come on! Yeah, not her brightest moment. So yeah, it's like, the rest of the main six decides, like, yeah, you're a princess now, you're kind of a VIP, maybe you shouldn't be going on to this whole dangerous adventure thing. And Twilight reluctantly
agrees.
Yes, I kept getting that sound caught somewhere in the between my throat and my nose. You ever get that? It's like part of the word. It's like, but the yeah. Yeah, and Discord's messing around. Twilight gets back to Ponyville. Discord's messing around, and he's like, "Oh, well, I guess you think you're so much better than everybody else." And it is at this point we see the first appearance of the Twilicade.
I need to ask Nate when I get back, see how progress is going.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't see that again until episode 100. But yeah, Tyler decides, like, no, I'm not missing out on this. I'm going back with my friends. And they head back in. So, back with the rest of them. What?
Princess who actually holds the top title, has the responsibility, actually does stuff? Who would have guessed?
Don't worry, she'll be getting herself kidnapped soon enough. In fact, the thing is like, princesses being kidnapped and being caught off screen. It's like, I mean, yeah, in like the season 6 finale, it happened to all of the main 6. But with that one, it's like, they were collateral. It's like, season 8, Starlight Glimmer gets captured off screen. They might be hinting at something. But anyway, back to enough with princess talk. Back with the rest of the main 6. They actually figure out where they're going and find out where the Tree of Harmony is. And luckily for them, there's stairs. Yeah, it's not in good shape. It's covered in the vines that are dripping green ooze. Oh, and it's kind of turned gray. Gray is never a good color for important things. Except Derpy.
Of course.
But that's like the exception. Meanwhile, back with Twilight, yeah, she's got herself into a bit of trouble, and it's up to the main 6 to save her. Which is exactly why they told her to go away, but if she didn't go away, she wouldn't be in this situation to begin with. So it's their fault. So they rescue her, and they go to the tree, and Twilight realizes that they have to give up the elements of harmony to save the tree. But it's like, don't worry, it's more than just the elements that brought them. The elements may have brought them together, but it's the friendship that keeps them together. So they all give up the elements of harmony. The vines disappear. The tree becomes all blue and crystally. And the princesses are saved. And yeah, it's like... And for the completion reward, Twilight is rewarded with a box. With 6 keyholes.
And there's your season core.
Yep. And yeah, I'm sure there's nothing important inside. You know, besides, it's a new toy set. Okay, 2 new toy sets: Rainbow Power and the Castle. And only one of those actually get its extended use. You know, thinking back, it's like the payoff for the box wasn't all that great. I mean, yeah, we got the castle, but other than that, like the Rainbow Power was like a one-off thing. And nowadays they're back to using the elements again. So it's like, what was the point? You know?
Hard to actually pinpoint where exactly elements came to play again.
The season 7 finale.
That was sort of a temporary measure. They would always have to bring them back.
But yeah, it kind of takes away from this whole having to sacrifice one of the major weapons thing, you know. And like with this, like, oh no, we won't have access to the elements of harmony anymore. Well, like, hopefully, we'll like keep Discord under control, and hopefully we'll be able to manage all those threats. Now it's like, oh yeah, sure, we can borrow the elements whenever we want. It's like, you know, just kind of diminish it as this premiere, you know. But yeah, so they get the box. Discord finds out that there's no more elements of harmony. And Fluttershy immediately shoots him down. It's like, nah, you want to be friends with me? Ain't pulling any of that shit. Bad Discord.
We need to align that I think has been reused a couple times in fan projects. Fine, but I don't do Windows.
Yeah. So yeah, it's time for the Summer Sun celebration. Luna lowers the moon, Celestia raises the sun, and Twilight Sparkle adds some nice special effects to the whole experience. Yeah, that's about it.
And she
why was she?
Angie apparently didn't need a building run. Or
yeah, it's like, why was she needed for this again? I mean, I get the whole sun, moon, and her sparkle or cutie marks. Like, oh, the 3 princesses. But it's like, other than that, it's like, yeah. They probably could have thought of something else she could have brought to the table with this. But then again, depending on the timing, it could have been a last-minute change. Because for all we know, this could take place a week after she got her wings. Given the flying practice, that might not be too far off the mark.
Like you were impaling though. Her coronation was technically recent, so they were trying to break her in somehow.
Yeah. So it's like, I guess points for effort for that, I guess. But yeah, it's like, so yeah, everything's all good and everyone's celebrating, and that's the episode. So, thoughts on it? Okay, out of all the premieres, let's see now. Okay, it's headed to the season 7 premiere. I think it was season 7. Season 7 was the one-off premiere, right?
2 separate episodes to be precise. 2 separate episodes to be precise.
Yeah. So it's higher than that one. So, Return of Harmony and Cutie Map are pretty high up there. And it's kind of hard to rate it, It's like out of like the 7 actual season premieres. I suppose we can count season 7, but it was kind of uneventful, But yeah, it's like, what do you think of it?
Well, at the time, it definitely added a lot more lore.
What?
Well, at the time, it definitely offered a... Well, at the time, it was definitely giving a lot more lore, because back then, we didn't know exactly where the elements came from.
Oh, lore. Sorry, you kind of cut out a bit.
Oh.
It's kind of like, it offered a lot more... it's like, a lot more what? But lore. Okay, that makes sense. Yes. Yeah, we get to see the banishment of Luna, the first defeat of Discord, the discovery of the elements of harmony. It's like lore all over the place. An episode where Discord is technically the villain again.
But apparently he almost forgot this one.
Well, to be fair, if you were locked in stone for 1,000 years, you probably would have forgot some of your plans too. So, like, that's kind of understandable. Of course, yeah, it's like when all that stuff happened, like, you just know he knew what was going on. It was just like messing with them. Because that's what Discord does. But yeah, it's like... Oh, go ahead.
There were also a lot of questions that people had at the time following the big changes from Season 3. And this episode manages to address them. And this episode manages to address those.
Yeah. Yeah. Post season 3 finale was some dark times. It's like it got the fallout of Princess Twilight. It got people conflicted on this whole Equestria Girls thing. And it's like wondering, and it's like, what's gonna happen next? And it's like, yeah, times were different back then. Okay, they're still kind of like that now, but less so. Yeah, it seemed like season 3 and 2 and 3 was like a breakoff point for a certain chunk of the fandom. Like first you got the people all upset, like, Cadence like bringing another princess, and Twilight has a brother now, and then of course Twilight getting wings. It's like, people were freaking out about that. It's like, I know at least one person who on YouTube who left the fandom. I don't remember who it was right now, but yeah. I think I still follow him, though. But yeah, dark times.
But under that rose some influential members in the bro analysis community. Dr. Wolf, Digibro, who unfortunately left us following season 4, who unfortunately left us before season 5.
Right.
You could say the roots were starting to.
Boo.
Oops.
But yeah, it's like you guys can find like kind of a change of formula, sort of. Like, Twilight's a princess now. How can we do like? How can we make it sound like that's actually something that's important? Something that will for the most part be ignored later on. Yeah, it comes up here and there, but yeah, the whole Twilight being a princess thing isn't really that big of a thing for the most part. But yeah, season 4 premiere was good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's calm some people down.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, not the best of premieres, not the worst of premieres.
Kind of in between.
Actually, I think I'll rate it higher than the series premiere, if only because that suffers from having to introduce everyone. So it and like being the first episode, so they haven't quite gotten into the groove yet. So I'll mark it above season 7 and season 1. And season 3. Season 3 had suffered from a case of boring villain. Boring. Can't speak today. You ever get that thing where it's just like gets in that way where it makes it hard to kind of pronounce things? Yeah, basically that right now.
Heavens.
But yeah, so yeah, we'll say. Hmm. I'd say it's tied with season 8. Okay, 2, 5. So third, tied for third.
Hmm.
I think I did the math right. And that one. Wait, what was the season 6 premiere? Uh, God, I'm trying to remember all these different episodes, you know? Uh, oh, right! Season 6 was Flurry Heart. Yeah, tied for third. So yeah, it's in a good position.
Yeah, there's definitely an image. There's definitely an imagery upgrade from previous years at the time, at least. There's also a surprising sense of maturity since this. Surprising sense of maturity since if you look at previous times, some of them didn't exactly address this kind of real life issues.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to say, like, how often do we get into things of, oh no, the people in charge have gone missing? But then I remember, like, how often important characters get off screened. You know? It's like, season 4. Oh no, Celeste and Luna are missing. Season in season 6 finale. Oh no, the main everyone is missing, and so on. But yeah, it's like at that point in time, it was kind of a big deal, and not something that you kind of learn to expect. But yeah, it's good. I recommend it. Go rewatch if you haven't seen it in a while.
You also the you also the you also made we also managed to find a good way to get. We also managed to find a good way to help keep our interest in because yeah, as mentioned, things were slight as as mentioned dark times. So yeah, even if the outcome even if the outcome could be something even if the outcome is something that can be tossed back and even if the outcome was something that could be tossed back and forth, the box was still a decent mystery to core it on.
Yeah, and to be fair, the whole season-long plot season-long arc for the plot actually worked fairly well. So yeah, anything else to add to it, or should we start wrapping up? You still there? Huh.
I can't remember the marks I gave it around this. I can't remember the marks I gave it when it first came out, but as for when time goes on.
What?
I suppose as time goes on, there are some that probably won't compare. There are some that probably won't compare as much, but again, this isn't. Again, I don't think you should avoid this.
Yeah.
All right. With that said, once the daylight breaks, I'll be heading off to Vancouver. If anyone is interested in seeing one of us, that's out until the season 4 finale. John A.S. Smith. Anyway, at deep. Once the daylight starts, at some point when daylight starts coming in, I will be off to Vancouver. If anyone's going there, I'll go there and try to find me. Hopefully, all 3 of us will be back the weekend afterwards. And thanks, Janae. We have something interesting to look over at that point.
Oh? Oh, right. Yeah, that.
What is being referred to as Equestria Girls Season 2, Episode 1.
Yeah, I saw the Equestria Daily post for the discussion and YouTube link. It's like, oh my god, they made reference to Buckaroo Banzai in their little post there. It's like, how many people are actually going to get that reference? And searching through the comments, apparently no one has mentioned it yet. So the count is at 1. One person has noticed it. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Actually, I haven't actually watched any of the Equestria Girls shorts. Just because how it's been released has kind of been like, like it's kind of been non-standard, you know. And also, would it kill you guys to release a DVD set or like a DVD or whatever? I'd buy it.
Remember how long it took to get the actual series out?
That's true. So, taking bets. Who thinks Australia is going to have a DVD set out for this soon? It's like Australia gets all the DVDs and Blu-rays. It's like, for example, Steven Universe. Us, we just got season 1 on DVD. Australia, oh, season 4 on Blu-ray. Yeah, freaking Australia, you know? But yeah, so yeah, that'll be interesting. So yeah, that's the plan for next Saturday. At least I'm going to assume it's next Saturday. Plans may change, who knows. Plans on my end won't change, but yeah.
Russian British Empire and us. That's going to be strange, at least in entertainment. Anyway, yes, we now finally get. We will finally get to see Twilight. We will finally get to see Sci-Fi Punified next Saturday. Hopefully there'll be more than the two of us, and we will hopefully more than the two of us, and hopefully you can join us next week.
Wait, I thought the sci-fi punification thing was until the next special.
Wait, what?
You mentioned sci-fi being ponified, but I thought that was until the next actual special, not the the shorts. Anyway, whatever happens, I'm sure it'll be interesting. So yeah, that's I guess that's it for this week. Okay.
Sorry about that. I had to check the actual trailer on their statement, and apparently apparently it's unclear. I don't know. Well, I guess we can check it out next week. Although, well, at least we can check it out next. Well, either way, we can check out what's go. Well, anyway, we can check out what's going on next Saturday. Saturday, and if it's not what I'm thinking, I do have a bit of a alternative.
A backup plan?
If it's not what I'm thinking, that is.
Right. Okay, sounds good.
But of course, until then, we will see the audience next week. Take care.
Later.